Welcome on in, everybody. Today we are going to be doing an easy A-rank tutorial for our long-distance runner, Grass Wonder. Grass Wonder is a long-distance pace and late surger by default. She's also got an A aptitude in mile, but we will be training her, and she's used mostly for long-distance running. Keep in mind, this is exclusively an A-rank guide, so we are not going to be, training her for PvP. So her stamina is going to be much lower than you would see in a PvP guide etc. And she has a 20% increase in growth in speed and a 10% increase in growth in strength, which makes her a very easy character to optimize in order to get an A rank. So we're going to go ahead and find some sparks here that work best for her. I'm going to sort these and find power and speed splits here. So I'm going to use, I believe this Saiyan Sky does a good 21 power. And then we have a guess that we're going to borrow. And I'm going to use this as an example. I highly recommend you go to the link in the description, Umamusume DB, and find a friend that you can follow who has a legacy character that you can borrow as a guest with a 42-21 power speed split. That's going to be 6 power sparks, 3 speed sparks in the blue, and it's just going to be extremely helpful, especially for any long distance racers that we are trying to train up to A rank. The Saiyan Sky that I chose here, I chose with a 21-21 split. Now I do have better Umas with higher power sparks, but I figured that I would choose one that is a little more realistic, as not everybody has been fortunate enough to get 6 to 9 power sparks, in their career playthroughs. So this is a pretty baseline for, I think, what some people can achieve, and that's what we're going to be going with. For our support card deck, we're going to be going with a 3 speed, 2 wit, 1 stamina deck. Now, highly recommend borrowing Akita some black. She's almost required in order to get some of these longer distance racers up to max speed by the end of the career. And then just the 2 best speed cards that you have other than that. I have a Narita Taishin level 40 and a Silent Suzuka level 30. There's also a high recommendation to use a Super Creek, as if you take a look at her skills, she has Corner Recovery, which is a very good energy recovery skill that we are going to use throughout this career in order to get over the slumps of some of the longer distance races. And then just choose your 2 best wit cards. The Dober card here, the Measurer Dober, she was a part of the last event where if you did the bingo cards, you could get her for free. So I know a lot of people have her maxed out. That's why I'm going to be choosing her in this run. I personally actually have other wit cards I would prefer to use over her, but I think more people will be using her just because you didn't have to pull for her or anything like that. And then your other best wit card, in this case, I have a 45 Daiwa Scarlet. Match them if you have them, or get as close as you can, with whatever your best cards are. Let's go ahead and start this career with a pretty decent build here. And we are going to, as we always do, start by leveling up our friendship bonuses as much as possible. So we have 11 turns before our junior debut. And we're going to check to see what our card stacks are like. So we got a 3 on power. Our main focuses are going to be speed, power, and wit. And we're going to sprinkle a little bit of stamina in there, but not a whole lot. Just enough that we can get through the races. And if we get lucky, we'll be able to have Super Creek land on enough of our pairings, like 3-star stacks like this, that we'll be able to get some rainbow trainings with her as well. So we got 3 on power. We'll go ahead and take that. Turn number 2. Do we have a good stack? We have a 3 on guts. Now, we can do the 3 on guts, but 2 of them are wit. And wit cards are going to max out friendship pretty quickly. So I'm actually going to go with the speed and the stamina on power, as that's a skill we want to train more, and those are two kind of priority support cards. Now we have 3 on guts again, but once again, 2 of them are wit, so let's do the wit training. Super Creek usually falls behind quite a bit at the level that I have her when training the support cards, so we are going to prioritize her if we have the option to. We got another 2 on wit, and they are both speed cards, so we'll take that. If one of them was a wit and the best we had was a double stack, I probably would have done a mood up on that turn. So now we got a 2 on power with a Narita Taishin skill hint. We'll take that. Our energy is still looking decent enough to get 1 turn in here. So we got a speed and a wit and a director on speed. We also have a speed and a Super Creek on stamina. This is going to be one of those times we'll choose to train stamina. Now our energy is looking pretty low, so I'm not going to risk a failure before our junior debut, so let's take a rest. And we'll hand them out together and get some, I believe it's stamina? Or guts and wit. I was completely wrong. We got 3 on speed. We love to see it, so we'll go ahead with that. And we got a mood up event, which is fantastic. That way we can save a turn, and we got 4 on speed. Let's go ahead and take that. And now we'll have 2 turns before our junior debut. Observation will give us a little bit of energy back. We do have a skill hint on wit. And we're at a 12% failure. So let's go ahead and do the Narita Taishin skill hint. We'll have enough energy that we should be able to successfully do a speed training without error, unless we have a really good stack on something else. Start off with some strength training, get some power and energy there. So let's go ahead, let's do 1 good speed training before our junior debut. And she is a late surger by default in these races. Just for our junior debut, we are going to switch her over to a front runner to increase our chances of winning without having any sort of error. We'll view results. That's a first place, and we will switch that back to a late surger by the next race. Running in the junior debut, and we have 10 turns before the Asahi High. And we got about medium energy. We got a double on guts. We can probably do a guts training here, because it is both speed cards, and those are going to be the ones we want maxed out more than anything. So we can't train on an empty stomach. It's going to give us some energy back. And let's see here, we have a good wit training. Let's get Silent Suzuka up a little bit higher. She's in the green now. Observation for the energy. And remember, we're focusing mostly on power, wit, speed if we can. But, you know, we don't decide 100% where these cards land. So in this case, let's go ahead and do a stamina training just to get Super Creek up a little bit higher. She's fallen quite a bit behind there, but that's okay. We will get her up by the end of the career, but we didn't really have a good stack there. We'll do a power training. We got 3 on power. And 2 on speed. Let's go ahead and take advantage of that rainbow training. That will also push Kita-san Black over the edge. And now 2 of our 3 speed cards are in the orange. And we can't train on an empty stomach. Get some of that energy back. And let's do another speed, because that is a good setup to have our Super Creek and our last speed card there. We are looking at 21% failure. So we can either do a wit training or a rest. I'm actually going to rest in this case, because the wit training didn't really have a good support card stack. Let's train on Taishin. Cheer on Taishin, not train on. Double speed. Get Silent Suzuka almost up to that rainbow training ability. And now our mood is up to great, thanks to our support cards and legacy characters. We'll ever get more strength, get some power boost there, and this is what we love to see. This is a really good stack on speed. We even got a wit card that's going to benefit from this as well. And now all 3 of our speed cards are going to be able to do rainbow training. And we have another rainbow training, and we get to level up Super Creek's friendship as well. So we'll take that. And the Asahai's, it's only a 1600 meters, so we're not going to struggle with it. And we are going to switch ourselves back to a late runner, late surger. And there's that first place. We're looking pretty good so far, but we want to keep in mind we're going to not risk any of the really high failure rates here. We will rest if necessary. So, like, I would really like to do that because it's a 39, but that's a 30%. If you're struggling, or maybe you don't have really good legacy cards, or maybe you have not so high level support cards, I'd say go for it. You know, you can always do another career if it fails, whatnot, but since we have a pretty good deck here, I have faith we'll get some good stacks, so I will rest there instead of risking it. And pass on Racy Knowledge is going to give her some wit. And there we go, we got another double stack. Excellent. And a Super Creek level up as well. And now she's in the green. Respect her a lot is going to give us a stamina boost. Let's do power here, because we got a triple stack. I'd rather do the triple stack with the 2 in the green. And that's another double stack in speed, looking nice. Don't be late will give us a little more training. Give us a skill hint there. And we are at about a 40% failure rate. We will do a wit training here though, because we have 3 on wit and they are all about the same level as far as friendship bonuses go. And that will give us some energy back, increase their friendship bonuses, and we got a career event that actually gave us some bonus as well. Energy's still a little low. No good wit stack, so we will rest. Only 30, that's a shame, but not gonna complain. Get some good quality shoes and get a stat bonus for speed and power. So we do have rainbow training on wit, but we also have rainbow training on speed. I'm going to prioritize rainbow training on speed here because there's a Daiwa Scarlet that is not maxed out there. And we have 3 turns until the Japanese Derby, but we do get our inspiration here, so we're going to get a little bit of stamina, a little bit of speed, a bit of power. And we got 63 power, so that's a really good bonus there. And there we go, we got a triple stack on speed with a skill hit. You love to see it. I will say that is kind of rare. It's been a while since I've got one of those. But when you do enough careers, you will get lucky. Your RNG will stack up, and you'll be able to take advantage of those as well. So I'm going to do 1 rest so we can get 1 good training in before the Japanese Derby, since our energy was looking really, really low there. And a double stack. Oh gosh, this is really good so far. Really, really good so far. And we even got our Super Creek. Wow. I'm going to knock on wood, and I'm not going to jinx it, so let's go ahead and get that mood up. Our mood was already great, which is pretty good. This is a 2400 meter race, so we are going to go ahead and purchase some skills here, because remember, we're going for the A rank, not for a PvP, so our stamina is really low. But that's okay, because we can get some energy skills, the blue skills, baby. We'll buy those 3. You may have different ones depending on the support cards you chose, but I'm going to buy those 3 because those are the ones we got, and they should be enough to get us through this. And we got a 3rd place, which is fine by me because all we need to do is complete the Derby, and we should have no issue in the URA finals. But the Derby and then the Kikuka Show are going to be the most difficult races. Or not the Kikuka Show, she doesn't do the Kikuka Show. I think the Arima Kinen? We'll see, I might be remembering that wrong, but We have beach training coming up, so let's go ahead. Let's do the skill hint on wit. Get a little bit of that energy back. And then once this dialogue's over, we'll have one last turn before we go into the beach training. So let's do one more wit training. And here comes the beach training. We got 25, 25. Let's do wit training, because we want double stacks or more for our speed training. We will actually, in this case, we will do this because we want to get Super Creek's skill hints with the corner recovery. Home stretch haste, not what we were looking for, but still decent. We got a 53 wit, so we'll definitely take that. And top option's gonna give us some power after we go through all the dialogue. There we go, 10 power. All we're at, and we got 10 power. We'll do one speed because we didn't have a rainbow training on wit, so that's fine. And that will be the end of our beach training. And this is where we're gonna do one of our stamina training, because we got a Super Creek rainbow training. And if we can get it up to like 300, 350 by the end, that should be great. Wit, stamina, wit, speed. This is a hard choice. We could do wit, but I want more energy, because I don't want to fail the next turn in case we have a good speed stack. So let's do energy. I'll only do wit training if my energy is like here-ish. We do have to get 974 fans, so let's check this out. We do have a double stack on speed, so we'll take that. We should be able to get 974 fans, really no matter what race we do. And so let's double check. It's only a single stack, so let's go ahead. We'll do a race here. Let's do the... what skills do we have available? Kikukusho's probably pushing it as far as luck goes. Winning G1 races is nice if you're, you know, doing some competitive training, but it's not necessary. Let's do the Tokyo Turf. It's only 2,000 meters. It's 15,000 fans. And we have aptitudes for both of them, so... Oh, 6th place. Well, I probably could have looked into that a little bit better. But we got more than enough fans. Like I said, really no matter where we placed there, we would have gotten the entry criteria for the Japan Cup, so it's fine. And here we go. This is why we waited. So we'll do the speed training going into the Japan Cup. And the Japan Cup, I believe we have all the skills we need. We shouldn't really struggle with this one. It's a 2,400 meter, just like the Japanese Derby. There we go, 2nd place. Just enough to get us through, and that's all we need. Another 61 skill points in the bag, and we might get lucky and get Swinging Maestro, Professor of Curvature coming up here. Our energy is really low, so before the Irimakinen, we actually are going to rest. That way we can do some good training after. Unfortunately, we only got 30 energy back, but that's okay. This is a 2,500 meter. We still should be able to win this with all the skills that we have. Just need them to proc. There we go, that's a 1st place win. 57,000 fans, you love to see it. Climb in that ladder. And we have 11 turns before our next race. And we do not have to get any fans. So we'll pray for health, get some energy. I think it's 30 energy. There it is. And a 41 on speed. Oh, I'm in love. I'm in love with this run. It's so nice to finally get some good RNG. It's been so long. Oh, I was half expecting the hot spring tickets. Do some harder running. Get some skill stat bonuses. And that's a 31 for speed. We'll take that. This is why we love Kiedis in Black. She gives great bonuses even when it's just her. And then we got We got some decent energy, so let's go ahead and do a Daiwa Scarlet training. Make the first move, and that'll give us 10 speed. 21, 18. We'll do the 21 wit and get our director friendship up a little bit. Why not? We do need to bring that wit up at least to a B. We'll cheer her on, get some stamina and guts. And no good rainbow training, so let's do another wit training here. Get that Kitasun Black skill hint. Corner recovery, that's a good one. Again, no real good options here. Let's just do wit again, pack it on. Maybe we'll get some good stacks coming up after our inspiration. From Symboli Rudolph and Saiyan Sky. And there we go, 66 power, that's a good bonus there. Alright, so we got a rainbow training on stamina, we'll take that. We've gone over 350, which is what we were sort of aiming for here as far as stamina goes with her. And then we got a good stack on wit, so we'll take that. That should be getting us close to a B there. Double stack on speed for a 46. We'll take that happily. Our stats are looking pretty good. Kitasun Black, we got a 28 stamina. It's a pretty good stamina stack. Let's actually do the stamina training here. If we can get that over 400, we'll be sitting pretty. And one more training. Let's do one wit training before the Takarazuka Kinen. A failure is fine because we actually still get a little bit of energy back. And we'll choose the top option here because that will give us some energy back as well. And the Takarazuka Kinen is a 2200 meters, so we should not have any issues with this one either. There we go, that's the first place under the belt once again. For 27,000 fans. And we got just a few more to go before the end here. We got 6 turns, and we got one more beach training here. Let's go ahead, we'll do a wit since we got a rainbow wit. Get a little bit of energy back, maybe we'll get a good speed stack here. Not exceptional, so let's do another wit training. Fine, we'll do speed. Not the greatest rainbow trainings for the beach. We'll do a wit there, but still pretty good. I mean, the stats are looking nice. I'd like to train that, but I don't want to risk a failure. We've gone this whole career without a failure so far, so let's take a rest. Beat the sales rush, get a little bit of speed and stamina. And we'll do another speed training there. And that put our power over an A. We didn't get a good mood drop there, but that's fine. I believe our stats as of right now are actually enough to achieve us an A, even if we were to fail every single race going forward. But we should be okay, because, again, we've been training our stats pretty great, and we've been getting really lucky so far. Got some bonuses there, and we got 4 turns until the final race of the career before the URA finals, the Arima Kinen. Can't train on an empty stomach. We'll do this speed, and then we'll see about raising our mood a little bit. Yep, it's only a single stack, so let's do recreation. Get that mood up to good, get a little bit of bonus, and the claw machine. Nice. I mean, I despise this minigame, but still, we got the opportunity to get up to great mood. And will we get it? Looks like she's hugging us there. Come on, come on, come on. Nice, I think we got it. McQueen and Grass Wonder, that's a good one. I think you need 4 for it to be considered a good. There we go. Come on, Super Freak, don't let me down here. Hold on. Hold on to your Goo Goo babies. One of them is literally you. Okay, come on. Let's get the big McQueen here. That should be a good one. That should be a good one. Don't let go. Don't let me down. Okay, well, we got her. We got double McQueen. One's a big one. Big win. That's going to be a mood up. All the way to great. And a straightaway recovery skill, so fantastic. Ooh. Mwah. Chef's kiss. A 51 to speed. Lovely, lovely. Love to see it. Go get him. Let's get a little bit of that stamina training in here. We can use some more wit just to get that as high as we can. We're gonna max out speed, so these are wonderful looking stats. No complaints with this run. And our main skill has gone up for, our unique skill, not main skill, has gone from a 3 to a 4. The Arima Keenan is a 2,500 meters, so we, again, should not really have any issues here. First place, once again, looking great. And what do we have here? Let's do wit training, why not? We're gonna max out speed, so we might as well max out the other skills as much as possible. The qualifier, or quarterfinal, as I almost say every single time, is just 2,000 meters, so shouldn't really challenge us all that much. We can get this over to a B+ here by training it one last time. And this should be an easy win once again. And we have one more training before the end of this career with Grass Wonder. And let's go ahead. Oh! The irony of accidentally training Guts before the finale. That's actually hilarious. Okay, so we'll win this. We'll go ahead, purchase our skills. And this should be a mid to high level A rank here. I don't believe it was enough to push us over into an A+, but it should be a very, very comfortable A rank. All those bonus skills, all of this dialogue. And here we are. So let's go ahead, find these skills. We got 857 points to play with. We're gonna go for long and late Surger, but we want to get some of these energies in case we do end up using her in our PvP because we don't have any better options. So long. There's a long skill and closer, late Surger. We actually didn't unlock Professor of Curvature, but we will get Corner of Depth. That's a good skill to have. And then this is a good one. Let's get that skill. We're just trying to waste as much points as we can here. And that puts us at 0. Perfect. So all in all, we got some good skills, wonderful stats, max speed, 492 stamina, 925 power, 752 wit, and 283 guts. Complete career here, and this should be, once again, an easy A rank. 11,712. Again, we were just shy of that A+. If we did it again with better legacy characters, we probably could have gotten into the A rank, but that is where we are at. And of course, we get the 1-star guts. But here is a look at the final stats that we achieved and the skills that we purchased. Naturally, if we were able to get Swinging My Show or Professor of Curvature throughout the career, we would have purchased it, but we did not in this case. So this is what we are left with at the Easy A Guide for Grass Wonder. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Or I really appreciate it. It is just me. And thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.